New facts about the alleged gunmen in the Bondi attack have been revealed at a news conference this afternoon. One of the new details is the father and son pair had travelled to the Philippines in November. Our reporter Sean Rubenstein-Dunlop was at that news conference and is with me in the studio. Hi, Sean. So what have you learnt about the gunmen's trip to the Philippines?
Well, police spoke to us publicly today after we at the ABC revealed earlier today that Naveed and his father, Naveed Akram and his father, travelled to the Philippines in the month before they opened fire on the Hanukkah celebrations at Bondi Beach on Sunday. We're told by our counter-terrorism sources that the father and son travelled there in early November to the capital Manila and then journeyed to southern Philippines, where we're told they participated in militant-style training. They were there till late November and returned to Australia just weeks before the massacre last Sunday. Now, we heard from Police Commissioner Mal Lanyon at the press conference this afternoon, not long ago, and here's what he had to say about those revelations.
Reasons why they went to the Philippines and the purpose of that and where they went when they were there is under investigation at the moment. I also confirmed that the vehicle, which is registered to the younger male, contained IEDs, but I also confirmed that it contained 2 homemade ISIS flags. We continue to work through the motive of this tragedy, and we'll continue to do so.
So we learnt about the gunmen's links to the Islamic State terrorist group, Sean.
Well, so you heard there the New South Wales Police Commissioner Mal Lanyon confirming the gunmen's allegiance to Islamic State, evidence found of flags in their cars, for example. But we've been tracking the younger gunman, Naveed Akram's connections to an Islamic State network dating back many years. We've revealed that ASIO conducted an investigation into his connections to members of an Islamic State terrorism cell back in 2019 when he was just 17, 18 years old. And our sources have also told us that he was associating in recent years with a radical Australian cleric, a very notorious preacher, Wissam Haddad, who's based in Sydney and who is a spiritual leader for the pro-Islamic State network in Australia. This is a man who's been on the counter-terrorism radar, on ASIO's radar for most of his adult life, for about 2 decades, and he sits at the centre of a network of Australian terrorists and foreign jihadi leaders. He has spoken to us via a lawyer, saying he vehemently denies any connection to or knowledge of these shootings in advance. But it adds to the picture of these gunmen's associations. We know the younger gunman also was associating back in 2019 and onwards with members of an IS terror cell, including a young man, Isaac El-Matari, who was convicted of planning terrorist attacks, also a convicted IS youth recruiter called Yusuf Uwainat. So really serious connections there. But in light of our revelations yesterday, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese gave more details of this ASIO investigation. He said it lasted about 6 months, and ASIO did not find evidence of any imminent attack plans, any threat, any terrorism offences, and deemed that both father and son were not radicalised, or rather that there wasn't clear evidence they had radicalised. Whether that assessment was actually correct will be the focus of questions in the coming weeks and months.